Let's now move on to question 3 from this first passage of Reading Comprehension drill set number 3 over at lawhub.lsac.org. And we've already got our main idea sentences highlighted on the left-hand side. We've got our highlight tool ready, and we are going to highlight the task for question 3, which reads, the passage contains information that suggests which one of the following. So I'm just going to highlight suggest which one, understanding that this is really a hidden main idea task, which means I just need to read our highlights once again to refamiliarize ourselves with the overall big picture narrative and not get bogged down in hunting and pecking. So let's reread these highlighted sentences just for quick reference. Her focus was on the designer, who must work within the confines of an existing house, producing a good design upon the background of a faulty and illogical structure. This theme of enclosure appears in her fiction as well, serving there as a metaphor for the multifarious constraints imposed by society and tradition. The metaphor of enclosure expressed her ambivalence toward a society that she perceived as both confining and at the same time providing needed structure. This preference is in keeping with her vehement rejection of those artists and movements that, on the surface at least, most represented change, and that called for, among other things, the abandonment of the closed forms of mainstream genres. Since the competing claims of tradition and individual autonomy constitute a recurrent theme in Wharton's short stories, form reflects content, in this case by incorporating the same dialectic of enclosure. So we have reacquainted ourselves with the main idea, and we're looking for reasons to eliminate in our answer choices that are focused on this big picture narrative that Wharton, while struggling against the confines of her time, whether it's in her architectural writing or in her fiction, she didn't want to completely move away from the structures of her time either. So, starting with choice A, in order to avoid alienating editors and readers, Wharton sacrificed her feminist ideas. Well, that would be incredibly extreme and certainly wasn't there. We can eliminate choice A. Then choice B, Wharton saw expanded political representation as the most effective way to improve women's condition. Well, we didn't talk about what she actually believed would improve women's condition. Again, it's the sort of thing that should have stood out if it had been stated. So we eliminate B once again as being pretty extreme. Then choice C, Wharton likened society to an unlivable house that must be rebuilt from the ground up. Well, no, we wanted to build within the confines of what the architect had set up from our narrative. So we're going to eliminate choice C for that reason. Again, rather extreme, rather quickly. Then choice D, Wharton concentrated on the short story because it was the most lucrative of genres. We don't know that it was absolutely the most lucrative. And then choice E, Wharton preferred piecemeal to wholesale experimentation in the arts. And that matches this pink highlighted sentence in the final paragraph very well. And once again, with a hidden main idea task, we can rely on our upfront main idea sentences to avoid unnecessary time wasting hunting and packing. So if you liked tips in this video, please consider liking the video itself. Consider subscribing to the channel for notice when we have additional new explanation videos from my guru. Also, check out the description below for links to full prep test video explanations, and make sure that you apply these techniques when you practice your own problems, whether it's in the drill sets or full prep tests here at lawhub.lsac.org.